Is that okay? Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's for Pablo Velasquez.
Did you update the income on the point file?
Income? No, I was actually comparing my calculation on this one. I thought this is accurate. No.
So where is your calculation? Did you use the training calculator that we had that I forwarded you last
So
week?
this one, I did not use it. I just used the manual, the formula that you gave me.
Okay. So how much income did you get?
So for this one, I got this 37 to 6.68, but I don't know where the overtime came from. Is this
What
like
about
a
for Andrea?
Andrea? I got this too, and
Okay.
then I don't know where's the other. Oh, I
Okay.
see. Oh, okay, yeah, I see it now.
For the overtime, so let me go ahead and share my screen so that way we can just calculate it again.
And Brenda, moving forward, can I just use the manual calculation that you gave me, the formula?
You can, yeah.
Okay.
The calculator is set to be easier for you to do the calculation because you're just inputting the information in. But let me, hold on, let me down. I know I have it in here, but I can't. That's right here. So let me, sorry, I have so many files open. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So again, we're going to enter the bar's name. We'll leave the loan number empty and then the employer. So for Pablo, we have the two at the time recent statements and the year-end pay stubs as well, right? I'm sorry, not statements, stubs. So we're going to open up these. So this is the most recent or at the time, right? His regular hours are 80 hours, and on this one, it's showing 62. So it seems like it is varying. He does have, oh, there's six hours too right here, but it shows like he's not getting the full 80 hours. So because we can't use the full 80 hours or full 40 hours, we're just going to add the 80 plus the 62.95. We're going to divide that by 2. So it's going to be 71 hours biweekly. We're going to divide that again by 2. So each week he's working about 35.74. We're going to round this up to 4. Okay.
Yeah.
And his rate is 21.5. So we're going to put 21.5. So the reason why we divided this 71 by 2 is because the calculator is multiplying it by 52. So we need to get his weekly hours. This 71 would be his biweekly hours. Okay.
Okay.
We're going to input his year-to-date earnings based off his most recent pay stub. We're going to calculate this regular hours, holiday hours, pay time off hours, and the sick hours. So you see how on here there's this retro pay. He has it on his most two recents, this retro pay right here, and it's right here as well. The reason why we're not including it is because on his year-end pay stubs, there's no retro pay. So we can't add it unless he gets it for at least 2 years. He received it last year in 2023, but not in 2022. So this was the most recent. So back to our calculator. We're going to add plus, so this would be his year-to-date income. So that's what we're going to put here. And then the number.
What did you add again? I'm sorry.
So we added regular hours, holiday hours, paid time off hours, and sick hours. That's for his regular hourly. Okay. And then the number of months here. So we're going to see his pay period is the 15th. Ending period is the 15th here. So back in July, there was 31 days. So we're going to do 15, divide that by 31. So it's 0.48. We can just round this up to 0.5. So that way we can just make this even. So it'd be 6.5. So it'd be 6 months. So it'd be the full January through June. That's 6 months. And it's half because it's only been half of the pay period. And that's automatically going to be calculated. So for the W-2, right here, we're going to put 2022 and 2023. So you can, since we have his year-end pay stubs, we can just add the regular hours. Again, pay time off hours, holidays, sick, and vacation hours. Same thing for here. We can just add them up. Or if we don't have the year-end pay stubs, then we'll just we'll look up at our W-2s. So see how this number here, this 4209 matches the 4209 for 2023. 2022 should be 22,000, 22,000. So this one, it seems like he didn't work the full year at this property. Let's see. We'll just go ahead and put that there. So this case, we're going to put this number 1 instead of number 5 because this number 5 would include his overtime income. So we're going to use the lower value. Same thing for this one. So this one was the full 12 months. This one, let's see what his start date was. So that's why it's important that we have this start date here. So it looks like he did work the full 12 hours, the full 12 months. He was probably just getting lower pay. His rate was a lot lower. So now, based off of this calculator, we always have to go with what gives us the lower value. So in this case, what gives us a lower value, the lower income is the year to date. So this one, plus 2 years average. So they're adding all of these three, the year to date plus last W-2 for 2022 and the W-2 for 2023. They're averaging it out and getting this number. So the way that they're calculating it is, or the way the Excel sheet is calculating. So, and we're going to divide that by, we're adding, and this right here. So I'm going to open a new calculator and we're going to add the 6.5 plus the 12 plus the 12. So they're dividing it by 30.5, and it should give us this number here. It's a little off, not sure why. 2, 3, 806. So on here we have, so this gives us a different income. I think on here they went based off of the full 40 hours. So the income that we have on here was based off of the full 40 hours. Overtime, we have this section right here that calculates overtime. So we're going to do the year to date for the overtime or bonus in this case. Let me see, where's my pay stubs? So our overtime, 0.76673. Again, it's going to be for the 6.5 months. Last year, 2023 pay stub overtime. So then that's how we got the 187.
Okay.
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 So that's why it's best if you do use this calculator, because it does the math for you. All you're doing is plugging in. But yes, if you were to do it manually, you can use that equation I previously sent you. Let's see, for, you said you calculated Andrea's income as well?
Yep. The thing with the calculation, is it the same? Because the calculation that we always use the 40 hours.
So the hours, I'm sorry, can you repeat that question?
Yeah, because the calculation that we're using automatically use 40 hours. Is that okay? Or do we also need to change that?
So the income that is, or the hours that are being used, you're referring to
No,
this one right here?
I think we're using
80 hours.
yeah, if it's biweekly.
So it depends on the pay stub. So if the pay stubs show that they're getting 40 hours or 80 hours, then we can use the full 80 hours. But if the pay stubs are varying, then we have to use the average of those hours. So this one shows 79.95 hours. This one shows 56 hours. So this one doesn't even, this bar's not working the full 80 hours biweekly. So that we can't use her full 80 hours because she's not working that. So we have to use average hours of what she's working, which is why we had previously ordered a verification for her, which is also why I put it in here, because we need to see if we could use on her subs. So she has overtime bonuses on top of her base pay.